To the left, about to run in from the Royal Air Force Battle of Britain Memorial Flight at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire, the Douglas Dakota 3. Without question, one of the most famous aircraft in the world, a type that made its maiden flight 80 years ago this year on the 17th of December 1935. Back then it was known as the Douglas Sleeper Transport, intended as it was to perform sleeper services on transcontinental routes across the USA. Specifically, it was American Airlines that wanted such a machine, and it entered service with American in June 1936, and soon thereafter with many other
much more mundane flying as well. So, as opposed to what you see here today, day job's pretty boring. Rich himself comes from an aviation background. His father, Ken, was in the Royal Air Force and was quite a well-known display pilot. More on that later. Here comes Rich now, smoke on, airborne and straight into a knife edge pass. He's coming past at about 50 miles an hour here, literally just hanging off the propeller. Power of that engine. So Rich getting a bit of airspeed and a bit of altitude to come back over the crowd for his next manoeuvre. And flip to inverted and outside roll. And some nice little aileron rolls, back over the crowd, rolling all the time and gaining speed, inverted, and then pushing up, so negative G's here, forcing all the blood to his head, rolls in the vertical, smoke off, and he's hanging on the propeller. This is a hovering manoeuvre, taking full advantage of the wind. So there's nothing but the thrust of the propeller that's keeping him in the air at the moment. That engine getting quite hot. The nose down, inverted, and some rolls. Back over the crowd, gaining energy as he descends all the time. Pulling up into half a loop. With some tumbles off the top. A lot of these manoeuvres made possible only by the gyroscopic effect of the propeller. And back into the vertical again. 4 rolls, 4-point rolls, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into what's called a double hammerhead manoeuvre. Again, only possible because of the power and gyroscopic effect of the propeller. Coming down again, gaining energy all the time. Across in front of the crowd, he'll be pulling up into another vertical manoeuvre. Double snap roll. Over the top. And some more rolls, gentle rolls on the down. He's gaining airspeed, he's going to be pulling up into a big loop. With triple negative snaps on the top, something a manoeuvre called an avalanche, and then back out the bottom again. And he'll come here, roll inverted, and then once again he'll push up with a negative G-force into a micro loop at the top. And once again, he'll give you a demonstration of the pure power of that engine by hanging on the propeller.
The Cape record in 1939. Following it off, the replica of the Travel Air Type R mystery ship.
a few years ago. The designers of this aeroplane won the competition, and it's gone further forward to this day, a few years later, where it's now a commercial proposition. And in fact, the first ones are being sold, are going to be flown in the next few weeks or so. To get going, you've noticed a very short takeoff run. Very unusual engine note because of the ducted fan. The original design was very successful.
As you can see, they've climbed rapidly to height. Energy management key in any glider demonstration, particularly an aerobatic one. So, taking off now, from our right, the de Havilland DH-88 Comet, Grosvenor House.
While the Comet repositions itself for its run, there's just a local announcement to say that there will be a second run by the bus.
Well, there, a beautiful demonstration and a beautiful landing in an aircraft that is, well, shall we say it has certain characteristics of its own on takeoff and landing. Of the DH-88 Comet Grosvenor House. The aircraft in the hands of our chief pilot, Dodge Bailey. Also made its first flight when it returned to flight again on the 1st of August last year. Nigel, it's been an absolute pleasure sharing it with you. I hope you've enjoyed yourself as well.
Ben, how can you not enjoy yourself at Shuttleworth? It's the sort of premier aviation base in the country. You won't see these sort of aeroplanes anywhere else, certainly not in this number and in this condition, and in such a lovely setting. So it's a privilege, and I say thank you to you and to the Shuttleworth Trust for having the LAA here today.